Okay, today I'm going to be canning some beef and pints, and I wanted to show you how these were out in my shed, and see how squeaky clean they look now. But then they're going to go in my oven at 25 minutes, face up on a cookie sheet, huge cookie sheet, and you have to use bleach and good soap, and because they can be as dirty as this one here. And you inspect as you wash. Make sure you get everything out and bleached and washed. And the sanitation is not only bleach, but also your oven will sanitize these jars. Okay, that's all it is to getting your jars ready sanitized. And you use new lids and rings. Well, the rings don't have to be new, but of course your lids have got to be. Okay, after you processed your jars, you're going to raise the temperature to 225 for 25 minutes. Then after 25 minutes, you will crack the door like this. It should just stay open. See, from there to just wherever it stops, because it'll stop condensation on your jars. If you leave it shut, you could condensate. Okay, so there's the jars, and you see this big sheet I got, cookie sheet, whatever y'all want to call it, baker's sheet. It should fit the length of your oven, heavy duty, so it doesn't flip your jars. And there's over 16 pints in there. I could have got 2 or 3 more in there. But anyway, this is the next sterilization. First one is bleach. Soap, hot water, bleach. Rinse twice. Then don't forget to wash the outside just as good as the inside. And pay attention to the rim right here. Put your fingers in. If your fingers, my fingers will fit. Mine are clean. I just did dishes. See? I can reach down there and I can scrub it also by hand. Now I had to use gloves. My water was so hot. Now let's let this oven get up to 225. Set it for 25 minutes. And then crack the door after the timer goes off. Right now it's only at 100 degrees. Okay. That's how you sterilize your jars. Now we're going to use brand new lids. Let me get them. This is a box of 12 metal lids and rings. Brand new. And I have another box for backup. And I simmer my lids when I'm ready for canning. And that will sterilize them. And the bands, I just maybe dip in hot water. I'm not too concerned. It's in a package. It's not got dust on it or nothing. But I'll just dip it, you know, and rinse them. Well, I'll go ahead and rinse them now. I'll show you how I rinse them. Get you a big colander with a bowl, and then you just can rinse them off. And do not see it steaming water. I'm telling you, you can't touch my water. Okay, then you can put this down in there and drop the rings, and then you just pull this out and you won't burn yourself. Okay. Do not put it in, this is the second bleach water because those jars were dirty. Do not put your rings in anything that's got bleach in it. You will tarnish the outside rings because it's corrosive to those bands. So let's get started and drop them in. When you open this box of lids and rings, this is what it looks like. You get a lid and a ring. Some people just put them straight on there. I don't. Okay, I'm going to separate it. Because these here, these are your lids. I'm going to simmer them. That will also disinfect them. These, I don't think they're dusty, but I'm going to go ahead and rinse them. And do not put bleach on these. It's corrosive. Bleach is corrosive. So what I'm doing, I'm separating these. So when I get ready to can, because I want my can stuff, I want it all to seal properly. because I'm going to be shipping this meat. So that's all I'm doing is separating them right now. Putting them over here, so this will go in a pan to be simmered when I get ready for canning. And these are just being rinsed. These do not touch food. The rings do not touch food. You just want to be careful with this, your lids. Okay, so remember, no bleach on these. Okay, these have been in scalding hot water. So to drain, I have to use my glove to pick that up. Believe me, it's still steaming water. Oh, I'm dropping one. Okay, take them off really good. Put them in this big bowl to drain. I gotta reach in there and get that one. Don't have them like that. You want to try to get the water out of them. And then maybe shake it a little bit again. Not hard. It don't really matter if they're a little damp because, you know, but it's the seal that's going to work. These right here will be simmered. Okay, I got to go get some more. Hey, stop it. I got to go get some more because I don't think 12 is going to be enough. I can process at least 16 in my canner on pints. Okay, y'all, see these jars come out of the oven. And I have, these are ball and cur. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. And I got oddballs over here, which these are older. They're kind of, what do you call, vintage? You got the Good House Keepers Mason. You got the Golden Harvest Mason. You got the Knox K Mason. It's kind of a square jar. And that's another one. And then the Ball Mason. Why don't I have that over there? I don't know. That's 13. And you got the Atlas. And you got your Knox. Now, when y'all are double stacking like pints, you can get 8 on bottom, 8 on top. Make sure your jars are all the same size on bottom. Because these right here, they may not. See, this one looks like it sits a little shorter. Maybe because it's square. And it's still a pint. So don't put that on bottom. You want your top rack level. Okay, that's just one of those tips. I prepared the meat. We're getting ready to stuff it. We're going to put salt, and I got to get peppercorn. We're going to put peppercorn in there. And then here's our beef broth we're going to put in there. And we might add a little water, because I only got 3 of these. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to stuff these jars, and I'll be back. I use pink Himalayan salt when I can. And then I use the whole black pepper. And that's what we're going to be putting in this. It's yummy. We have, sorry about the fingers. We have all the meat in the jars. Then the next step, we're going to put a quarter salt. I don't like my meat too salty. And then we're going to put a quarter, but we want that level. We just want a few peppercorn in there. And then the next step, we'll be putting our broth in. So first we'll put our salt in. And that's only a quarter of Himalayan salt. Salt's in. Now the peppercorn. You only need a few little pieces. I'm using a quarter thing and very loosely. And scrape that down with your finger. You want it level. Level. Okay. And then you put that in there. In each jar. After the peppercorn's put in, then you're going to fill this up about, well, I'm going to add water, so I'm going to fill it to about halfway. I'm going to put half in there, and then I'm going to put filtered water the rest of the way, all the way up to this rim, the neck. Well, I'll start with a half cup of broth. So this is a half cup. We're going to put a half cup in each jar. See how much liquid? Okay, and then it'd probably take a half cup of water because you got to debubble. So we're going to put a half cup of beef broth in each jar. Some of them got a little bit more broth than the other because I wanted to use a carton up. But anyway, you at least add some water to make sure that it's up to this rim here. The next thing you do is you use a debubbler, something to go in there. I like using plastic, so plastic or wood. And you go down. Well, let's do one up front so you can see what I'm doing. You're gonna go down there. You want to go in the middle, the sides. See them bubbles coming up? That's called debubbling. You want to make sure you get all the bubbles out before we put the seals on. Oh, I forgot something. I got to turn this on. We got to get our lids in this water. Okay, we got lids. Where are they? Here they are. These lids have got to go on the water. We want to get them to simmer. Okay, but I'm over here debubbling. It'll take me a minute. And then after you debubble, you wipe all these down with vinegar with a paper towel, and you wipe this down before you put the seal on your lids, because if you don't, you got any salt or anything up here, you're not going to get a good seal. So make sure you debubble each one. See them bubbles coming up? That's called debubbling. Okay, I'll get back. Now you can see how I did that. Go down in the middle and around the sides. After you debubble, if some of them aren't all the way up to this with the water or broth, just add a tad more up to there. See, that one's a little low. Alright, because you want your meat under there. And this water will make you some good gravy. Next step is you take like a little paper towel. I got some pieces here. They don't need to be real big. Then you dip it in your vinegar. And squeeze it out a little bit. And then you want to wipe these rims down really good so that your seal, your lids, are going to stick really good. These ain't real dirty because I was pretty careful. Okay. Then after that, then this thing that I used to debubble, I washed it off, and on this end it has a magnet. So these lids have simmered, and you want to get a lid out of there that's been simmering. And you're going to place it on this. Like so. Then you're going to put a ring on. Here's my rings. Then you're going to put a ring on this. And you're going to hand tighten. Don't crank down, just turn it till it won't turn anymore. Not real tight, because you will buckle this in the middle, and then you won't have a seal. So, I got to turn, okay. I turned on the heat to the canner. I cold packed this, and I let my jars cool down. That had been sanitized in the oven. And I'm going to place it in there and get it filled up. I was able to get 10 on bottom. Then you use a separator. Let's see. on there. I got 4 more to put on top. Now, if you're afraid they're going to fall over or something, you can add water in one of these, fill it full of water and put a lid on it. And I use the old lids for that part. I have this tool here for mason jars, so this lifts the mason jar. It'll do the large and the regular. That way it doesn't damage your lids. Carefully, this will damage your lid and it will bend them. So what I do is, you see these are used. I did milk with them. I'm steaming them again, and I'm gonna and see this jars of water. We're going to put them in the pot so our meat don't fall over. I only have 4 packed meat up here, so I'm using water. See? Move them around. That jar is square. That's why you use your eyeballs on top. Now, this should fit better. I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to move this over. That's why I say on bottom you have to make sure all your jars are the same size. Not square and round. They need to be all either or. Okay, now see those dated? Those are just water. And that's why we use those lids, just for things like this. Because I don't keep the water. Okay, now it's time to put our lid on. Always keep this oiled with olive oil after you take it out and wash it. The slides open and on better. Check that this thing is tight because this does unscrew. Make sure all these holes are clear. You can see through them. Make sure, you know, look it over. Make sure nothing's damaged. Now it's time to put the lid on. There's a V right there. And that shows you how to line this up. Now you can turn this dial. I've seen people turn it the other way. But I turn mine facing, everything facing this. When this rises, it's under pressure, and I can see everything better. So when you assemble, make sure this pressure gauge is facing you with this, and this is on my right side. See how easy it is to close because I keep good care of it. I've got it on high now, the fire. So I'm going to bring this up until this starts venting with steam, and it has to steam for 10 minutes. And then we'll put the gauge on it, 10-pound gauge on it, weight, I guess you call it. And I'm gonna, after it steams 10 minutes, you set a timer, and then you will put your weight on it. This thing. Okay. And I always keep my weight in one of these things because, trust me, these things get lost. And when my canner's cleaned up, I'll put everything together so that I don't lose anything. And when you take the jars out, you do need padding. I've got that under there and this over it. It's real soft like a bed. Don't tilt your jars. Just bring them out. The water on top will evaporate. So let's wait till we get to steaming. Set the timer for 10 minutes because this has to steam. I don't know if you can see it or not. See that rapid steam for 10 minutes before you put this on your weight. And then after that, it'll start going under pressure. This will jump up. It'll lock it. And this will be under pressure. Been 10 minutes, timer went off. Time to put the weight on it. Okay. Now we're going to build the pressure to 10 pounds because of my sea level. Check your sea level or elevation. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to see, this is already popped up. So it's really under pressure now. It's going to start building. That dial's got to reach 10. Right here. You can go 11 or 12, it won't hurt to your elevation. But you got to hold it there for 90 minutes. Because this is beef. Now this is quartz, but I got it loaded down, top and bottom. So they say 75 minutes. But I may decide to go in between. But since it's beef, I might just go ahead and process it longer. I did fill it full of water. It should be fine, the juices. Okay, so I'll let you know how long I process. Should be more tender the longer you do it. We have reached the pressure about 11, so we're going to start turning this down, and we got to hold it at 10 or 11, nothing lower. Okay, so turn the fire down, and you have to keep an eye on it at this point because you got to figure out how low this fire needs to go to hold it at 10 pounds or 11, 12, it don't matter, but it just can't go below 10. So just keep adjusting your fire till you get it at 10, 11 or 12, it won't matter. But anyway, still got to stay there. And we're going to turn the timer on now. And pints are usually 75 minutes, but since this is meat, I'm going to go a little longer because I got it double stacked. And I want that meat really tender. So I'm going to put it at, I don't know, let's see. We'll do 90 minutes. So let's set the timer. And if I change my mind on time, I'll let you know. Because I got to go watch a video. Okay, the timer is set. Well, got to hit it again. Okay, the timer's set. We got to hold this there. Sometimes I hold it at 11 because I want to make sure that I got enough under pressure to cook. Because this is like, you know, this meat's ready to eat right out of the jar. So let me go. Now, I've always processed in quarts and did 90 minutes. Never done pints. Pints, they say 75. But this is roast beef. We want it tender. So let me see if I just want to go longer, because I do have 4 jars on top. Let's see, I think it held like 10 on bottom, 4 on top, so that's 14 quarts of this beef. So I'll let you know how it comes out. Okay, y'all, see, it's all the way down, the pressure, so remove this. Now, I just set my timer for 45 minutes when it gets through processing. I did it 90 minutes. Hope it didn't overcook the meat. But anyway, I like my meat done good. So you just turn the fire off after processing time. And then you put 45 minutes on it after you turn it off. And then this pressure gauge is down. That's down. Okay, now you just open it. Slides good because we do oil our gasket. Okay, and then when you open it, pick this up, let the water go in there away from you because you're going to have some steam. And I don't have my tripod. I guess they'll leave that right. I hear them pinging already. Now this meat's well done. I probably should have did it 75 minutes. You can hear them popping. Ping, ping, ping. That's a good sign. You hear them pinging? It's a good sign. Some people like their meat well done. Well, this is well done. It's roast well done. I have to have mine soft so I don't choke because I've had 3 surgeries on my neck. I bet that's good though. Okay, we're done. I got, let's see, 14 pints. Still hear them pinging. I got 2 more in there. There you have it. 14 pints of beef. Now, and we got 5 pints of water. You still can drink that. I filtered that water, and then it's canned. I guess if you wanted to keep it canned, put it on the shelf for drinking water. There you go. Okay, I don't know where my cats are. Or I'll put them in the video. Say bye, Yen. Bye, YouTube. There he is. Bye. Say bye. Meow. Say bye. He's saying bye to y'all. I was looking for you. Now say bye to YouTube, Senna. Senna, come here. Say bye. Come on. Sit down. Look at me. Say bye, YouTube. Bye. He's leaving. See? Bye. There, these two. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.